Shalom and welcome, Torah fans. I'm going to show you some of the elements of our bar mitzvah trifecta, which is I think most people know that over the centuries, the Jewish people absorbed the message from Sinai, where all this information material comes from, and they took in hand what Jehovah had asked them to do, to learn the word and the writing of God. And really, basically, the Numbers is a book of mathematics, instructions for learning the mathematical systems, and obviously reading was an important part of their program. So we take these three elements of the trifecta, the Hebrew Bible study, and of course the mathematics and the reading. And all right, for us, that's going to be in English as well as in Hebrew. So throughout the ages, the Jewish people that have entered this covenant have risen to the top of every profession in every age and every place in which they live. They've risen to the top of every profession. Obviously, education has been the strong suit of Jewish people of Hebrews throughout the ages. Well, that promise is not for, and Yehovah promised them this: I will do marvels through you, that all the people among whom you are living, they'll see it. They'll see it. And I'm going to do this with you. Okay, so people that follow his covenant, it's not something that has to do with race. In fact, Yehovah is offering us the keys to the kingdom of knowledge without regard to race, our rank, our riches. He will give you the keys to the universe of knowledge. And we have discovered how to do this, and we've had extraordinary results with kids and adults for many decades now. And I want to explain a little bit about the materials that we have. And in our Hebrew study, these are extraordinary programs, and they work extraordinarily well. We have a set of posters that go over all the elements of grammar, so you can have them up for easy reference. But the key to it, of course, is the alphabet. Once you learn the letters, you'll be able to read the Hebrew Bible. And this is the Hebrew alphabet, and these are the consonants of the language. This is the aleph. Now, on the back of the alphabet, it gives you some mnemonic devices for being able to remember that letter, right? Same thing with the bet. All of the consonants of Hebrew are here, and their variations. It's all in this. So you'll learn them, and you'll learn mnemonic devices for how to remember them. Okay, now the Hebrew vowels are different from the consonants. The Hebrew vowels are generally vowel pointings that may go beneath the word. Some go on top of it. This is the U, as in moon. So what you do with these is you will place them down, and you can use the consonants to make syllables. This one would be the syllable who. That actually is a word, by the way. It means he. Who is he? Okay. R. Boo. We all need that, don't we? So this is how you practice making syllables from your Hebrew consonants and your Hebrew vowels. This dot goes above. This consists of two, a line underneath the consonant and a yod off to the side. It makes a long vowel. It is the vowel I. So we have a consonant. This is the gimel. It's a G sound. So this would be guy. So it teaches you how to make syllables with the Hebrew language. Very easy to learn these. Take you maybe a week. And then, of course, that's when you start practicing with your primer. Your primer consists of, this is your book that contains your Hebrew primer. It also contains your Torah readings. You'll actually start reading the Hebrew Bible. But the primer this is a beautiful primer. I have to tell you this. And I want to show you, rather than tell you, how it works. You will learn the consonants. Now, you've already started learning all of them, so you should know them already. But anyway, you'll practice them like one at a time, and we will make words with them. Okay? And you'll practice saying the words. All right? It takes you about, 2 or 3 minutes to do a page, maybe 5, I don't know. But you're gonna take it slow and easy. One consonant, one vowel, then add another vowel and add another consonant. But as you work through this, you're going to cover all the letters and you're going to practice them as you go along. Now, we have you do 5 pages a day, and the primer is 70 pages. So each one takes you, really it only takes you a few minutes to do this exercise. So each 5 pages in a day may take you 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, right? But by the end of 14 days, you'll be reading the Hebrew Bible, right? It's that good. Because once you learn this very simple alphabet and how to do the vowel pointing, yes, you have to learn to read from right to left, but it's not a big deal. You'll be able to read from the Hebrew Bible. Now, you may not understand what the words mean, but you'll be reading them. Then we will move on to learning our Hebrew grammar and vocabulary. A lot of grammar you don't need in the initial stages, and that will all come later, But in the initial stages, you need a certain amount of grammar and to start working on your high-frequency vocabulary. So to do that, we have actually a CD of vocabulary so you can hear all the words pronounced. And also we have another audio of the Hebrew Torah readings, done at about 100 words a minute, so it's slow. It's a lot easier for you to keep up with it if it's slow. So you get to practice doing those and hear the way they're actually pronounced. Right? So this is your grammar, and you'll do a little bit of it. You can see we don't overload you with grammar. This is also your vocabulary words in the back in order of frequency. Now, when we move on to the full-blown Hebrew book, we recommend the Zondervan Hebrew Reader's Bible. And for good reason, because every word that occurs less than 100 times in the Bible is explained in the footnotes at the bottom of the page. So once you learn about the first 15 pages of vocabulary in our program, I think actually it's the first 12 pages, you will know all the words that occur more than 100 times. So you'll be able to read the Hebrew Reader's Bible without having to look up a single word, because every word you don't know is defined at the bottom of the page. Now what we do with this is the hard copy part. Okay? This is the test you will do to test on the words and their meanings, if you recall them. We have this on in a PDF format because the colors are more vibrant. It's a lot better. And it will give you these same vocabulary words and the vocabulary tests. And you can do it in the online version. But that will be available to you. What we've done with those is we have taken each of the words and given you a mnemonic device to remember them. And I'll explain it to you. It's very simple. We have a sentence that you need to remember, like Abraham is the father of Isaac. Isaac is the father of Jacob. Okay, so the word is Aleph, Bet, which is Av, which means father, right? So you'll have a word in there, and that word is Av, obviously, and we'll spell it A-V in there. One word that sounds like the Hebrew word and the meaning of the Hebrew word, it's all in one sentence. You remember the sentence, there's a picture that goes with it. It's very easy. You do have to review it, but it's very easy to learn. And it's an amazing program. You can learn the vocabulary very easily, and then you'll utilize it in your Torah readings automatically. Your Hebrew lessons will lead you up to Hebrew pronomials, which will give you, actually the Hebrew pronomials are really 10 endings that are have so many uses. They are used in independent pronouns. They are used to mark the subject. They can be used as suffixes to mark the, these are the pronomial endings there. When they are attached to the Aleph Tav, which is the direct object marker, they are the definite direct object. When you attach them, these endings, to a noun, it makes it possessive. When you attach them to a preposition, it makes it the object of the preposition. So encapsulated in these 10 pronomial endings is much of the basic grammar of Hebrew. So it's an amazing system. It's an amazing language. And you'll be able to actually, the whole point of this is to not back up a truck and dump tons and tons and pages and hundreds of grammatical rules on you, but to get you reading the Hebrew Bible as quickly as is humanly possible. And it does an excellent job of that. So this is just the beginning course. There is an intermediate course, and we charge like $129.95 for this, but for those people who are willing to do the trifecta, do the reading and the math with it, we're going to reduce those prices. So you'll probably get this program at $99.95 instead of $130. So you get a significant reduction of each one of the programs if you're willing to do them all. So the other two programs in the trifecta are reading and math. This is the Math 7 book, so that would be Math 7 and Math 8. And these have videotapes of all the lessons. This teaches all the math you should have learned in school and didn't. So it's an amazing program. It goes very fast. Everything you know is great. It'll come into play, but it'll clean up your basic skills, and then you'll move immediately into doing rapid mental calculation. So by the time you finish Math 7, you'll be an ace at doing advanced mathematical calculations in your head. We do this with children, so we know you can do it. Adults are better and faster at it because they have more experience and they have more knowledge in their heads than the kids. Kids' minds can be a little more nimble, but adults are more knowledgeable. So you can do this. And a lot of people have received very poor math education. So this will clean that up. And it is intended for you to know as much as you can about the mechanics of God's universe. And that's what these things are intended to teach you, and to children as well. Excellent programs. It is the equivalent of years of education in the public schools. Math 7 also teaches pre-algebra, so Math 8 will teach you algebra. So you'll be doing calculation of equations more or less instantaneously. So the reading program is also one of the best ones that we have, and it uses speeded speech to teach you how to train your mind to speed up the subvocalization of what you're reading. So it can immediately double your reading speed just by following this. You will be given classics of literature. We start out with The Hobbit. It's a pretty enjoyable, interesting book. So you'll read that at 400 words a minute, at 200 words a minute. If you already read faster than that, then you can move on to the next level. 400 words a minute, and then 600 words a minute. You'll find it's rather easy to keep up with at least 400 words a minute. And with practice, you'll be able to do 600 words a minute, which is about 700 is about as fast as you can read word for word. But beyond that, we train you how to abstract information for the text. We teach you true speed reading skills, but you'll double your reading speed practically from the beginning with a few minutes of training. Then we do a lot of reading, of course, and we teach you reading and study skills. How to memorize information in the text, how to abstract the information from the text and remember it. So all those skills, they're in the trifecta of the Hebrew Bible study, of the mathematics portion, which is called Supermath, Math 7 and Math 8, and then the reading, the classics reading lab, which will introduce you to classics of literature, which you may or may not know. And so you'll practice reading about 12 books per semester, and you'll practice with the rapid reading. Excellent program, works very well, very reliably, and everybody needs this to clean up their education and to hone your skills. We're preparing you for whatever it is that Yehovah has in store for you, and that is our job, of whatever age you are, whether you're 7 or 17 or 70, this program will work for you. So you can look us up, writingofgod.com or jonesgeniuses.com. Jones Geniuses generally has all the education materials, including the Hebrew, and you can buy that from them, or you can call us and get our Trifecta discount price for buying all three and dedicating yourself to that program. So let us know what your needs are, and we'll be happy to help you. Shalom, and we'll be looking forward to hearing from you.
Okay, which ones are, so the Trifecta this is one.
Yeah, this is one. This is the mathematics part of it, part of the mathematics. And then the reading, well, I don't have any reading because they just went out the door.
So
they just went in the mail.
What are these materials? Are these part of one?
This is all part of the Hebrew.
Okay, so the box is Hebrew.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we usually don't put it in a box anymore. We put it in an envelope.
Okay.
Box kind of gets annoying.
So what's the price of the box?
It's $129.95.
Okay.
The price of the math, and it includes all your video lessons, your posters, your activity cards. It's all done up. This is $199.95. A lot in it. So it's a pretty impressive program.
Homeschoolers love it.
They do love it, and they do beautifully in it.
And the other one is the speed reading, which homeschoolers would love also.
They do love it.
And in the
and that one's $129.95 also.